right, well, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Here we are again with another episode of the Local Business Spotlight. My name is Lisa, and this is Marsha with Minibop Music. I am so excited that you did this interview and that we get to introduce your company. So thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm honored to be here.
Awesome. So tell us a little bit about Minibop Music.
Yeah, Minibop is a kids' music school, and we provide music classes, programs, and entertainment for families, preschools, and different programs all throughout the city of LA.
That's awesome. And just so you guys know, we are here in Eagle Rock at this cute little shopping center, which I love. So what made you pick this location in this neighborhood?
Sure. So I live in the area, and I actually was next door eating with my husband, and we had kind of been in this transition with everything with COVID and my previous company and whatnot, and this was open and they had just done a remodel, so it was super cute, and parking and just everything that you needed. Yeah, and we decided to just go for it.
That's awesome. And so what made you start this company?
Yeah, so prior to Minibop, I had a music company called Pit Stop Musicians, and we helped to staff and book musicians for weddings, gigs, really cool projects, all throughout the nation, actually. Okay. And it things just changed with COVID. Obviously, all venues, anything,
closed,
right?
Yeah.
No weddings weren't even happening. Right. Nothing was going on. And I was pregnant. I had been working for other similar companies, and I just kind of was you know what? I think I want to just take this chance and do it, try this. Yeah.
That's awesome. So that's great. And so what's your background in music? Do you have music degree? Mm-hmm. What's your background?
Yeah. So my background is actually in theater. Did a ton of musicals growing up, and I had a dual degree with communications, and I did my graduate classes at Berkeley School of Music in Boston. Okay. And in music management. Okay. So yeah, definitely very music, arts, creative focused. Right. I was in an a cappella group for years, and
she's gonna sing before this ends.
Maybe, I don't know. The teachers are always Marsha, sing, come do something with us on this stage. But yeah, I love it. I'm a huge music fan. I feel first and foremost, I love music. And I can't really see myself doing anything else that doesn't involve it. Right.
This is the right fit.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And so what would you say is your favorite class that you have here?
Yeah. Oh my gosh. So, our biggest class that we have in the studio is group music, and that's for the 0 to 4 age range. That's probably our biggest age group, and we do other specialty classes for older kids, lessons and songwriting and sensory classes, mm-hmm. which are a lot of fun. But group music is just really special because you're there with the children and their parents, and you can kind of see the interactions
and how they engage is a little different than their
totally. Yeah,
That's
and it's
good.
just really sweet, and you get to see parents become friends, mm-hmm. and all those things. So
what
really
would
special.
You think? What sets apart your music school from other music schools? Because I've done a few. I've done some with my little toddlers.
Yeah.
So what would you say is the difference here?
Yeah, I think for us, we really focus on creating a lesson plan and a curriculum that has some structure to it. So every time every time our children come to class, or whether they're in even a preschool class that we're facilitating music in, they know what to expect in terms
Right.
of what they're learning musically.
Mm-hmm.
We really try to make it more than just a sing-along and
Right.
just kind of, vibe it out to
Yeah.
music versus teaching the foundational
Right.
and fundamental parts of music, whether that's keeping a beat or tempo or pitch, and we find really creative ways to do that resonate with children.
So your students walk away with the skill rather than just having participated in a fun program.
Exactly.
They have some sort of musical skill that
Yeah.
they can live with.
Some of the best stories that we hear are when parents are hey, I was at home with my kid and they just started singing The Beat Stays the Same and clicking together some random things at home,
they've taken away something from them.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
For sure. And I mean, our teachers, they're all university trained. The majority of, like, I don't know, probably 3 or 4 of them went to the USC School of Thorin, and so they, they're very skilled in what they do, and they take it serious when they're teaching. So.
That's awesome. So you mentioned that you went to school in Boston.
Yeah.
Are you from Boston
I
originally?
am.
Okay.
I am. Yeah, I moved to LA probably. Like, I don't even want to say it now. It's like 11 years ago. Like, so I've lived here for a long time now. I met my husband out here. Okay. And originally, I moved out here kind of like why everyone else does, gonna try to be an artist, do all that. Yeah. And I just quickly realized, like, it wasn't for me. Yeah. Just, it's a different world.
It is. It is.
So I've managed a few artists and I enjoy doing that, but me being my own artist wasn't my thing. Mm-hmm. And I a lot of my roles in the past were managerial, and I love building a team, and I love working with people, and cultivating a community that people feel motivated. Yes. And so being an entrepreneur and running a business kind of just fell in line with that, and being able to incorporate music.
That's awesome.
Perfect.
And moving here, most people, it's like you move here and then you have to you have to find your way and figure out what's going to be the best path. And so it seems like through your time here, you were kind of able to figure out what worked, what didn't, and then now you have this, which is the perfect fit.
Totally. I feel so grateful because I think for me, like when I look back at my career and where it's brought me, mm-hmm. I worked in the bank for years, and I feel like that gave me a good financial foundation, and obviously my music background and working with artists and working with musicians, it all just kind of came together. Yeah. And then becoming a mom, I mean, then it's a big thing. So
yes. And so when did you start the company? Did you start like in the middle of COVID?
Yeah, good question. So Minibop doors opened in March of 2021.
Okay.
And
so that's like literally a year into the pandemic.
Exactly. Yeah. And the irony of it was that it was like perfect timing, because like parents were ready to just
take my kids.
Get me out of here doing something. So it was really great. We started off with really small classes, and we had 1 teacher. Now we have 8, which is like wild. Yeah, and so it was definitely different when we first started with COVID protocols and whatnot. But now, I mean, we have like I said, multiple teachers, multiple classes. We have a partnership with the Grammy Museum where we do a sensory music class with them once a month. And we're in tens of preschools throughout LA, the Valley, Pasadena, and Minibop's really getting out there, and
it's really great, really exciting, because you're immersing yourself into the community rather than just having your location and saying everyone come here. You're like, come here, but I'm going to go out into the community and figure out where you can connect.
Right. The business has really grown to be that.
Mm-hmm.
We are in, like I said, so many preschools, and we're able to bring our program to them and
mm-hmm.
help. Preschools that like maybe it wouldn't work for them in their budget to have a music teacher, but since they outsource it with us, it can work for them. And for like birthday parties, we're going out to these families' homes and really bringing the music to them, and that's really, really cool, and it allows room to grow.
Mm-hmm.
But there's nothing like coming and doing our classes in the studio, obviously, but it makes them that much more special, so when we have students come and do group music or do general music or lessons or songwriting, it feels like they're almost like at home base to do it.
That's great.
Yeah.
I love it. So in your time with the company, so you said you started March 2021, here we are 2022. How has your first year of business been? Like, what would you say is like the hardest thing you had to overcome?
Yeah. I was a new mom, so learning how to be the best mom I can be, and
while trying to run a brand new company.
Yeah, and like learn all the functionalities of that and still be a wife and a friend and a sister and all those things. I think for me, like finding that balance was important. Like I tend to be the type of person that like I just go for
all
it.
In.
Yeah. And then I can like look back and be like, ooh, okay, girl, you should have relaxed a little bit. But it's also, I feel like, been one of the pros have been like positive things about me, because I feel like sometimes you gotta just go for it. You know?
You do. And I feel like that is a good lesson out of COVID, right? Like most people, you know, the pandemic was very difficult and very, you know, traumatic for really the whole globe. But it also just birthed a lot for most people. It's like you had this like serious moment of contemplation and just introspection, and it's like, you know, what am I doing with my time? Is it valuable to me, my family? What does this bring?
Yes.
You know, you're not just doing like you were before. It's like it forced us to sit down and really evaluate. What are we doing?
Totally. I mean, I feel like I never would have imagined that LA would have been like a ghost town, you know? So the pandemic just made me realize like anything can happen. So you gotta just do what you want and what you love and like put yourself out there.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So what are some things happening with your company right now? Anything exciting? Any new programs?
We definitely have some fun things in the works that we're working on for January 2023, like our songwriting program, and we want to definitely start up our choir classes. But in the near future, we have the Minibop, and if you haven't heard about the Minibop Halloween music party, definitely want to do that.
Okay, I'll put the details in the description, so just tap, read through.
Yes, definitely. So yeah, we're really excited for the Minibop. It's gonna be basically like a music show, and we'll have trick or treating, and it's gonna be a really fun event. We have the Glassell Park event on the 28th, and then we'll be in Pasadena at Grand Park on the 29th, and we'll have the Beat Buds there, which are like a really fun kids music band, and just like other special guests.
Are there going to be tickets available?
Yeah, there are tickets.
So we'll make sure to put the details on where to get your tickets.
Yeah, please, that'd be great. Thank you. And then our holiday event, which is Songs with Santa, and we do a cute holiday like sing along, and then we have Santa come in, and it's really cute. So this is like my favorite. Well, like everybody's probably right, but like, you know, the holidays and the fall, you know, so it's an exciting time, and I think it's a good time for us to reflect and think about our plans for the new year, and getting out there and being in more schools and just doing it.
That's great. So where do you see the company going? Do you have, you know, big dreams?
I do. Am I gonna give Lisa the inside scoop? I really truly believe, and we were just talking about it recently we call our meetings mingles, because we're spending time together mingling, but we just were recently talking about the vision, and I truly believe that we are going to be nationwide and be the major resource for young educational programs in terms of music and the classes that they're offering. That's we're obviously here starting in LA, but I definitely see us being in Boston and then New York, and then continue to expand.
Like you said, the possibilities really are endless.
I think
music is a global tool.
And like I had mentioned earlier, we really take pride in creating lesson plans and creating a curriculum that is very specific to that age range, to children in preschool, to children in elementary school, and I feel like we are bringing an enrichment program that has a lot of value, and that they're going to leave with a special skill.
That's awesome. That's great. Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
I'm looking forward to everything you're going to do.
I appreciate it.
So you live in Pasadena. We're here in Eagle Rock. What are some of your favorite places to go in the neighborhood?
Wow. I love Old Town Pasadena. I feel like that's always a great place for me to go. I eat at like True Food Kitchen all the time. I never can feel guilty eating there. And then we bring Mila to My Gym Pasadena. Our friends over there at My Gym,
which I haven't been to, and it's funny. People have been like, "Go to My Gym."
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
They have a great program too. Like they know what they're doing in terms of the gym and physical programming that they do, and then it's just like a really great space for them to just explore and have like all the soft toys that they
have
use.
Those kids burn all that extra energy.
That's it.
Go ahead, kid.
Yeah.
Rough and tumble.
Yeah.
Do what you gotta do. Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. That's great. So where can our viewers, where can they find you online?
Sure. So we are at minibopmusic.com, and on socials, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, all at Minibop Music.
That's awesome. So I'll make sure to put all relevant links in the description so that you all can follow Marsha, follow the company, and stay tuned with everything they're doing. Thank you so much.
Thank you. It really meant a lot.
Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you again soon.